bad man,
I never
Raghu,
proclaimed
and
bad man. Anamika, I never proclaimed myself as a bad.
self-proclaimed.
I'm not, it's not self-proclaimed. I
Okay,
really think I'm a good guy. I really do.
you think you're a good guy?
I think I'm a good guy. I'm a sweet regular guy. I'm
We
not.
just saw you smile. Can you do that again?
I'm a very good guy. I'm one of the good guys.
I know that. Now it's time to let everybody know that. Everybody who has read the book will obviously know.
Mm.
And the book we are talking about is Rear View. Yes, this is the book we are talking about. Rear View, My Roadie's Journey. Raghu, actually, I like to call you Raghu, sir, if you don't mind.
No, I
I've
do
always
mind.
done that.
Do not call me Raghu sir.
Please,
Not that.
Raghu sir
Just
ji.
do what I say, or else.
All right. How does it feel to be interviewed by a roadie?
Uh, I have mixed emotions about that. One, there is a little bit of familiarity, obviously, but none of you were selected for your intelligence. Well, you were,
I
so
was.
I'm glad it's
All
you.
right, cool. I'm glad it's me too. All right, so here's the thing. Why do you call it My Roadie's Journey? I think it's about a lot more than just roadies.
See, it is autobiographical, the book. It deals with the central plot is roadies. Okay, how
Hmm.
it came about, uh, why did it happen the way it did, my personality on the show, the language used on the show, the tasks, the accidents, the difficulties in making the show. A lot of things have been said about me over the last 10 years in
Yes,
press
there
and
is.
online. I have never really responded to them. This is my side of the story. That's why it's called my roadie's journey. Firstly, secondly, to understand the choices that I've made, to understand my worldview, it is important to go back into my life, into the experiences that have shaped me and my personality, and that is why the book begins from before I was born, the story of my
Yes,
survival
it
and my
does.
birth, and goes on till present day almost. But it's not the central. The focus is not on my life. The focus is on roadies, and to understand roadies, you have to understand me, my life.
Right. Once again, so you have been very reclusive, Raghu. People have been wanting to know why you are the way you are. And I think penning everything down in this book must be like you're revealing a part of you which you have never revealed before.
Yeah.
How difficult was it? I mean, you must have thought about people who will be reading it. It's not easy.
The difficult part was deciding to do it. Because I've always wanted to write a book.
Okay.
I have been part of television shows. I've written newspaper articles. I've been part of radio shows. I've been part of films, music. A couple of songs written, composed, not composed, but performed.
Even Sam
Recorded. One thing in my bucket list was to write a book
to
because I.
write a book.
But so I always wanted to write the book, and this was the story I wanted to tell. But I
What
was
better than?
about how much to reveal. Luckily,
Yeah.
what I've always read autobiographies and biographies, and I've realized that the more honest and forthcoming you are as a person, the better you connect with the reader. You know, it doesn't want to read a marketing spiel on what you want them to think. You have to be naked out there um, in all your imperfections, and I just went about with it. The advantage that I have is that I brought in a lot of experience that I had on roadies. When I'm making the show, I have developed the capacity to not think about how it will be received. Whether it's an audition, whether it's a journey, I do it in the moment for me. People react to it later. So I brought that in. While I was writing it, I didn't think about how it would be received by the people I'm writing about, by the people who have a certain impression of me. But once I read it, I had like I had a little bit of a heart failure. I was like, dude, whatever it is, सभी लिख दिया मैंने. Almost every.
So you wrote it and then you read it again and then you're like, what the hell have I done?
Really, that happened.
That happens. Does
Yeah.
that happen after your shows also?
No.
What about it? Because that is completely your call.
Yeah, I mean, I'm much more in control of that. Over here, of course, there were people involved, people from Flipkart, not Flipkart, sorry, Rupa
Mhm.
were involved in all that. So
So you had more control on your shows than on this book,
yeah,
but it reflects a big, huge chunk of your personality. What I want to know is, so the shows are, so everybody keeps asking me, is Rodi scripted? Is everything that you do on, on the show, do people tell you what to do and what not? Obviously, it's not. I'm sitting here, I can say that, and you also know that. How much of this book is scripted?
this word scripted is so confusing.
Yeah.
What do you mean by it? Have I manipulated facts in this book? Is that your thing?
No, I'm asking.
There is a big section. How free can I be with my language here?
You can be as free as you want to be. Nobody's stopping you. I'm all the way in Bangalore. You're in Bombay. And even if I was there, I couldn't stop you.
There is a big section on my book. It's called the asshole years,
Yes, the
and
asshole years.
that is a part of my life that doesn't show me in the best of lights. In fact, it's these are regrets that I have. I have
Yes,
that. In fact, a lot of people have told me that's their favorite part of the book. I don't know why, but
the asshole years.
the asshole
I
years.
think they relate to that more. It's easy to accept you as an obnoxious
So
person.
if I was to manipulate the content, I would never have written that. I would never have written that. I would not have written names. There are a lot of things over there which I wish had never happened. Having happened and being relevant in my story, it had to be there.
So you're more of a writer here than an author for this book. I mean, whatever happened, it's from the heart, and you put it just the way it is.
That's all I do know. I mean, that's what I know how to do. If you look at the language, actually, when you read the book, I promise you, you will hear it in my voice.
I've read the book, and I can honestly say I can actually imagine you sitting and talking about all of these. It's the same language which you would
That's all.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the book actually. I read it in 3 days.
I'm biased, Anamika.
I am completely biased. I'll own it up right here. Um, no swearing. Cut it out. Raghu, you are a twin. But
One of them, yes.
I am not informing you. This is just a statement. So when I read this book, what I felt was that you are a twin within a twin itself. For example, you write about your the roadies Raghu and the personal Raghu and
Fun Raghu.
the Raghu which was bullied. I mean, there are a lot of Raghus, and you are a triplet, if I will say that.
Uh,
Which one am I talking to you right now, by the way?
what?
Which Raghu am I talking to right now?
You are talking to the boring one. Just me, Raghu.
I don't think he
I'll tell you,
exists.
I have a name for me as well. I call
Yeah?
this me, the real me, the king of corners.
The what?
King of corners because any place that I'm in, which is not my house, any situation, I will find a corner and I'll stick to it. I will not move from there.
A
It,
corner.
yes, there's a lot of shyness that is still a part of me, and you're talking to the king of corners.
And you don't like crowds and you like your corners.
I'm phobic slightly of crowds. I hate people staring at me. I think that's very rude. It's invasive. I have people have been staring at me since I can remember because yeah, like you said, we're twins, and that has always been fascinating for people. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, people stare at me, and I find it very, very, very rude.
Well, talking about corners, and we all know how you like to.
Not you, not you.
Okay.
Talk
We
about
all know we all know how you like to corner people, which brings out the bully in you. But interestingly, in this book, you have revealed a part of your childhood where you were the one who was bullied, and how people are still trying to who were bullied still try to impress their bullies even after they've grown up. Do you
yeah.
think you're doing that?
I don't think so. The fact that I realize it, I think, goes a long way in exorcising that ghost. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
my wife just peeped in. Would you like to say hi?
Yes.
This is
Hi.
live.
Good seeing you again. All right, we
That's
just do
Ravi.
it.
Say hi to
Hi,
Ravi.
Ravi. Yeah, I just spoke to
In my
you.
head, I look somewhat like this.
Who is that? Does it have a name?
I'm live on YouTube right now. Right. So I think if I was hold on, my wife is distracting me. Go go away.
Yeah, she's a big part of the book By the way, everything.
She's very naughty, and right now she's dancing. I'm going to put her live on YouTube. Anyway.
Why don't you turn the laptop a little?
Oh God, sorry. I apologize. My wife is. Uh,
Please don't.
I don't think roadies would have been what it is if I had not stopped caring about what people thought about me. In fact, most of the first part of this book is about my journey where I stopped caring about how I was viewed and the impression that was created on people. I suffered a
Yeah.
lot because I had this good boy hang up and I wanted everybody to think nicely of me. My personal life really suffered. I was a doormat, man. I was spineless because I wanted to
Try
please everybody. So it's not just the bullies that I stopped caring about. It was everybody else. So
everybody.
confidence that the bullies that were there when I was in school growing up, they did not exist beyond a point. Though we have not those guys, but the experience of being bullied has shaped my personality completely. Everything I do or say, you can trace it
Make
back.
that. Yeah.
Being beaten up unreasonably. So even if now I'm campaigning for a political party, I am standing up against bullying. Whenever I'm bullying a guy, when you tell me that okay, you've seen the bully in me, I'm actually bullying a bully. Because in the only language that he understands, I have dealt with enough bullies in my life.
There is a method to the madness here in all your auditions.
I'm being a bully, but I don't think so.
Well, um, moving away from your childhood, going into the bumhole years, there is in your book a line which says there are not all so all not all. What line is that? I think it's one of your favorites. Not all fights are worth
You
fights.
don't fight battles that you can win. You fight battles that need fighting.
Exactly. So you decided that the battle against the bully, the battle against your fears is worth fighting. It's there every time you have to perform a task.
I'll tell you something, Anamika, it's not a choice. It's not something I decided. Your personalities are shaped by your experiences and your environment and your learnings. You're conditioned by it. I've been conditioned not to keep quiet. So
And why should you?
it's not just bullying. You can expand it to all kinds of. I would call it injustice. At the risk
Biggest
of sounding like a holy crusader, I'm not. I'm not. But if I feel something is wrong, I do raise my voice.
you speak up, right?
I do.
Which brings me to the next thing. So this is about everything that you feel is wrong, and you do speak up against it. And then there's another aspect to roadies, which is overcoming your fears.
Yeah.
A, we do not stand. We have to stand up against what we think is wrong. B, we have to stand up against our own fears. And one of the viewers, Tejdeep Singh, wants to ask you, what is your biggest fear, Raghu?
Uh, this is only 1 hour long, so it's a long list. You have to understand. Uh, I'm not fearless. I am afraid of heights. I'm afraid of speed.
Fire,
I'm afraid
speed.
of water. I'm afraid of fire. I'm afraid of crowds. I'm afraid of women. I'm afraid of public speaking. I'm afraid of uh, injury. I'm afraid of every fear that is there. I have it in me. But that's the point
But the
of.
biggest,
But that's what I'm trying to express. It's not about being fearless. It's about being courageous. And courage is not the absence of fear. It is the act of overcoming your fear.
overcoming your fear. So let me go ahead and put maybe your biggest fear is not being able to overcome one of your fears.
Yeah. I mean, if yeah, man, everybody wants to think highly of themselves.
Why
I,
not?
I would like to do that too, but I cannot if I'm faced with a situation and I back out without any proper reason. So
Right.
yeah, I would not like to do that.
Are you more scared for yourself when you go out for shoots, or are you more scared for your crew, your family, other people?
See, I'll tell you something. When you have a cause, when you have an ideology larger than yourself, then you do not care about yourself. Be it my political campaigning right now. There's a lot of threats that I keep getting on a daily basis. It doesn't affect me because this is not about me. So when I go out and if I am concerned about a large group of people, I automatically stop being concerned about me. And like I said, there is a very real Rodi's Raghu, and he comes out
So
and
that is when
Yeah, when I'm scared,
Yeah, that's when Jodi's
he's
Raghu.
like the Hulk.
Yeah.
He's like the Hulk, and he's not a nice guy. I can't hear you.
And he has no fear. He can overcome everything. I
Yeah,
can hear you.
yeah.
So can you hear me?
I don't know whether he's fearless or not, but he doesn't back down. He doesn't back down. He's very aggressive, very abrasive. He's the opposite of me. I'm not like that. I'm really not like that.
But do you think you need him?
I hope I don't. I hope he's gone forever. Uh, Yet I think he's there somewhere. Um, you're supposed to send me the link, aren't you?
He's part of you now.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
can somebody please do that?
These people,
Or
he's somebody that evokes extreme reactions. I myself, if I was to be somewhere in some other country, I would not evoke so many reactions, such extreme reactions. He does. People either love him, respect him, or they hate him, they want to harm him. You cannot ignore him. He's not like
so
me.
this is yeah, you're very so that's a good thing. I think being ignored doesn't help anything. Anything.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never, you have to understand, I've never uh, tried to get attention because I've always been getting that attention being, part of twins. I've always been the center of attention through school, through college, through every day of my life. I have been. I'm not, it's not something that I enjoy or I detest. It's just something that has always been there ever since I can remember.
It's just something that is
Yeah.
okay, so it's just there. Yeah. So you've been a director, a writer, like you said, a composer, song singer. You've been a reality show judge, a producer, and now you're an author.
You call me
Which
that?
one of
I've
I don't know.
written a book. That doesn't make me an author. I've written songs. I don't consider myself a songwriter. I have sung songs, recorded them. I don't consider myself a singer or a musician. I'm just somebody who has tried to express himself in as many different platforms and art forms as possible.
Which one is your favorite
Which one is my favorite? Music.
music? So
Music.
after this book, can we expect an album now?
I just came out with a song. In fact, I was fortunate enough to be invited to sing a song with Agni and Indian Ocean. It was written by Abbas Tyrwala.
And
It's a satire on the Indian political scene and elections and voting. And it's called Pair Anadi Dunde Kuladi, and it's very nice. And I was happy to be a part of that song. Yeah, I mean,
Nadi
Pair Anadi Dunde Kulhadi.
Dhonde Kulhari.
You've not seen it?
Nice. I will definitely see it. I'm sorry. I didn't know about it. I didn't know.
It's not in the book.
So I want to know something, yeah. Why did your mom desperately want you to be fraternal twins and not identical? I didn't get it.
I don't know.
It says,
Yeah, it's a fact. It's something that I have spoken to my mom about, and she's
yeah,
really maintained that. I don't know why. I don't know what difference it makes. Maybe there's a comfort in knowing
that,
that these guys will not always be dependent on each other. That they will have their own lives, their own personalities, and maybe that give a comfort. Every mother wants each child of hers to do as well as they can, right?
yeah.
Maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
So it's something that she wants to believe in. So it's there.
Yeah.
Because it's there in the book and I didn't get it.
Even
Why? So I just yeah, no, just got it. Would you ever wish for twins or triplets for yourself?
I don't to have kids, but if I was to have kids, I'd love to have twins because there is sibling rivalry. There is brothers who don't get along, brothers and sisters who don't get along, sisters who don't get along.
Yes.
Twins are special. Twins live for each other. Twins have a bond that nobody can understand. It's like me asking a woman, "Hey man, hey lady, how is it to be pregnant?" She can explain it, put it in words, but I'll never really get what it feels like. Like that, you might have brothers or sisters, but you'll never really get what it feels like to be twins, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, it makes the whole being stared at, being bullied in school, ragged in college. It makes it worth it because I have Rajiv has me. I think that's one of my favorite things in my life. I love her.
Okay.
But my wife may not because when I was in office, I was used to work in MTV, and a lot of people came to me and said that my friends used to say, I wish I had twins. I also want to have twins. They used to see the bonding Rajiv and I had, and I thought it was a compliment. I called my mom up and said, you know what, my all my friends are saying that they also want to have twins and all. My mom said, ask them to talk to me. I'll talk them out of it.
Okay.
It's difficult to
How
raise
can you
children.
talk somebody?
It's difficult to raise children. It is very difficult to raise
It's
twins.
to raise twins.
Yeah.
We have another question which somebody has asked. Why? Hey, there's a question. Who's your favorite roadie till now?
You.
Yay! See, we all know that answer. Thank you so much. That's
Yep.
me, people. All right, good. Just next question. Why did you choose to be tough to roadies?
There are a couple of
Why
answers.
did
There are a couple of answers to that. One is from a TV perspective. One is from a personal perspective.
hmm.
From the TV perspective, Rudy's Raghu, who you see on screen, is a tool for me as a director to bring out certain emotions and give directions to the story. In the sense, bring the twists and whatever. I use it as a director, and for me,
Content?
it is content is right, but for me, it is important that this person, Rodi's Raghu, evokes these kind of emotions, these kind of feelings of being the unquestionable king of that area. You cannot be questioned. If you start questioning Rodi's Raghu, then you'll have to get into what gives him the right to say these things, what gives him the right to change, bring in twists. Once the game is in progress, how can he change the rules?
Because you're the boss.
Yeah, for me to be so strict, and also I was the disciplinarian when things go wrong, somebody's misbehaving. I'm the guy who deals with them, that they have to deal with. That's one. Two, uh, I have fashioned myself as the villain in the story, by the way.
Yeah.
I am the villain of movies. I'm the one I'm the antagonist. I'm the one you have. It's in the book. Oh, I haven't. Okay, I don't remember. So
Sure.
yeah, I think the bigger the villain is, the bigger the hero that is created. And I am the bad guy. I am the antagonist. I am the guy who you have to face and either trust or rise above. And that is why I'm so strict with the rules.
But I would like to say when I remember every like you were a thorough professional and you have said somewhere in the book that I want to say this today, Raghu. Thank you for keeping us safe. I mean, taking us halfway around the world, and I never felt at any point of time that oh my God, where am I? Even with all that mind, all the mind games, everything, all kind of pressure. One kind of pressure I never had to feel was the pressure of being told that you have to be safe.
The connection is gone.
Um,
Hello?
do we have a connection?
Yeah, we do now.
Nice.
Thank
All
you.
right.
No, 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 wait, wait, wait.
Hmm.
You're the first Rudy ever to have said that to me. Thank you. It means a lot. And
You're welcome.
it's written in the book. Feel really bad about it. Nobody says thank you for going through pain to keep us safe. Nobody ever has said that. It's been years. And that's such a
I,
big part of
I
what I do.
no, I thought people might have, and I was surprised to learn that nobody has said that, but it had to be said here. I mean, no, I don't know. I don't know why, but yeah.
No, you never said it before you read it in the book. Nobody said it.
Yes,
And
that's surprising.
you wrote me a letter after the show.
Yes, I did.
I have it.
Yes, I did.
I have it. Shall I get it?
You still have it. That's
Yes, we have it.
okay. Yeah, but
Shall I get it?
that's so sweet.
I'll get it some other
Yes,
time.
please. Sure.
No, I was cleaning up
Um,
stuff and sorting out my stuff a few weeks back, and I found it again.
that's the thing. What do you respect in a person, Raghu?
I take what I'm influenced a lot by my father. All boys are. My father is a very quiet, upstanding person who is defined by the way he has shouldered his responsibilities as a father, as a husband, as the head of that generation of the family. I respect that. I also respect somebody who can stand up against heavy odds. I respect a person who is open-minded, who has a seeking mind, who wants to experience is not regressive in their thoughts, progressive thoughts.
Yeah.
Somebody who just doesn't having progressive thoughts doesn't just think sit back and criticize regressive thoughts, but
Yeah.
has the courage to stand up and try
That's something.
and make a difference. I respect that. I've tried. I try and aspire to be like that, and I try and express that in everything I do, including the show roadies and this.
Yes. So a lot of the auditions which take place, I've noticed that every time somebody brings something regressive up in their personality, that is when he gets rogered. He gets bullied by you. Because that's, I mean, I can see that you believe in being progressive and you believe in what you say.
Will
So
you
I think they had it coming as far as.
leave? Get out. My wife is back and she's doing ridiculous. I'm going.
All right.
Where is she? There she is hiding behind. Come out
Why is she hiding now?
because she wants to behave as if she's not there, and there she is again. Where is she? She's sorry. I apologize. Oh God. All right.
Why do you keep apologizing? This is so much.
Because
Okay, please don't apologize to me.
this is such personal insight into my private life.
You can, yeah, more than the book.
Yeah.
Hey, you've written how you proposed to her.
Yeah.
Your whole proposal, everything is there in the book. So please stop hiding your face.
Okay, get out. Please. Leave. Lock it. Lock that. Lock it. I'm telling you. Okay. I'm back. Yeah, I mean, my love life is something that is so personal to me, and I have revealed that in the book. I've written all about it.
In the book.
Yeah. What do you think about it? What did you think once you read it?
I actually thought I would like to have that kind of a. I mean, it's kind of like you have actually like turned your life is like a movie, and it's it's actually awesome because it's like so it's that's why I asked you how much of it is like real and how much of it is
It's
you're
all
not an
real.
author.
It's all real. A lot, some stuff. Uh, wait, hold on. My house is full of distractions. Anamika, I don't know if my life is cinematic or filmy, but I believe I'm a storyteller. So the fun lies in the telling of the story, I guess, half of it.
The other half lies in reading it and actually listening to it. It's beautiful, yeah. It's beautifully written, and the when we like move through the chapters, by the end of it, by when you describe season 10 and 11, it becomes a lot more aggressive. It becomes like the words like fight, words like warrior. I mean, you use a lot more aggressive language by the end of the book. I mean, is that how you have become over the years, or has it been? I don't know.
I think I'm going through a change myself. Okay, there has been an overhaul in my life from time to time. The first overhaul was when I joined Channel V. The No Man Appears. This chapter like that. When I first decided
Yeah.
I don't need to be liked anymore. I will just do what I feel like. That's the first overhaul that happened.
Yes, it's
When I went through my first burnout after working in Meditech and went almost a year without earning anything, without a job. That was another overhaul when I was down to my last rupee and my bus ticket home cost 2 rupees and I got out
we
mid
walk the rest of the way.
and went home crying. That was one overhaul that happened. All these contributed. Then roadies, the whole not so nice years.
Hmm.
Uh,
Where you?
was emotional turmoil for me that I didn't know how to deal with what was happening with me. Um, I'm going through another one now. I'm actually now a lot more at peace with a lot of things. This is having written the book. I'm now out campaigning politically, talking to strangers. I have gone my entire life, without initiating a conversation with anybody. I've never started a conversation with anyone. Now I have started doing that. Having written my book, it has been cathartic because I've been forced to examine myself, my life, and all. And right now, I don't have a job, and I don't know what to do with my life. I do not know what to do. I don't know whether it's TV, music, books, films. I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
think it's not a lack of choice, Raghu. It's just too many choices right now in front of you. I think. And
Jack of all trades.
or no, I won't say Jack. You're a master of roadies.
You missed the pun,
But
but
I
what
know I did not miss the pun. This is Flipkart challenge.
I said, Jack of all trades. You cannot have an objection to that. So, but like I'm saying, I've actually chilled out a lot. I'm not that aggressive anymore. Slightly more comfortable in my skin. So I still am evolving or devolving. I don't know. I don't know what's going to become of me at this
you
time.
really think you're you really think you're devolving?
It could
Like
be. I'm changing. Whether it's good for me or bad, I don't know. As long as I'm with myself, with what's happening around me.
as, as long as you're moving.
Writing this book, realized how conflicted I have been about a lot of things. My growing up, the values that were given to me, I found not applicable to the real world. There is right and wrong. Right always triumphs over wrong. You have to be nice, be liked by people. Um, Justice will happen. There is a God. But bad things happen to bad people. Good things happen to good people. None of it is true.
Right.
None of it is true. And having such strong education like that at home and so strongly seeing the opposite happening outside, I was very conflicted, and that conflict gave rise to many upheavals. And that is what this book is about, I guess. It's coming down now, hopefully. I can never know. I can never know.
I don't know. So, do you actually agree with what we are taught as kids?
No, I
Do
don't.
right, do right. This is black. This is white. I think the gray is right
See,
out there.
what I've written about the book, in the book, I've written about in the book the philosophy of the Joker in the Batman trilogy.
Yes.
The agent of chaos, the mask of civility, it takes very little to rip that mask of civility.
The dinner party theory.
They're real this thing. But the difference between the Joker and me is that though we have a similar opinion of the world, I have hope.
And it's
I believe in goodness. He doesn't. Yeah. I believe that good things can happen, and that is why what my endeavor is nowadays, going out to the country and talking and trying to stand up to things that have been going on wrong in this country. That's because I have hope. If I didn't have hope, I would turn out like the Joker, agent of chaos. I would have done some stupid things.
I think you believe in the dinner party theory, which you have written about in the book,
But there is a hope at the end of it.
but there is hope.
It is about that hope actually. When people say I am promoting politics, I'm promoting negativity, I am creating a universe which is unfair and full of negativity just so that someone can stand up to it. That is why I call myself the villain. You get it?
I get it.
Yes, I am guilty of creating negativity, but it is in the hope of finding positivity.
Unless there is a challenge.
Unless, see, everybody is courageous sitting on a sofa, sitting in an office, everybody is courageous. You will only get to know who really is when you're faced with a danger, when you're faced with a challenge. My job is to face you with that challenge.
So there has to be somebody who gives you that challenge,
Yeah,
and that,
that is me. Be it in the audition room or be it on the journey.
like you said, you have to have a bad to know that there is a good.
Yeah.
So you have decided to take that role over. For sure.
Being bad is so much fun, Anamika.
It's much more fun than being goody
Yeah,
goody,
being
right?
good is external. It's just boring. Nice.
I see. I see on the other side. There's a question which all roadies, contestants, hopefuls, whatever you can call them, have seen on their forms and they've had to answer it. But I would like to ask you now that I'm here. Define a roadie. Who for you is a true roadie?
I have done that in the book. I will.
I know.
Okay.
So
I'll repeat.
the answer is there in the book, in like in the whole thing, but we would still like a brief couple of.
We have to do analogy between a person traveling from one place to another by a flight and someone traveling by bike. The road is somebody who travels by bike, which means his journey is not just destination. He's really enjoying the journey. The journey is an experience. He is interacting with his environment. If it's cold, he's shivering. If it's hot, he's sweating. If it's raining, he's wet. He's not in a car with the windows up, AC is on. He's not, it signifies somebody who is open to new experiences and open to being shaped by those experiences. He is not close-minded, recessive in thought that this is it, my culture is the best, everybody else is in it. If I'm a Punjabi, then South Indian rated from South Indian and Punjabi is the roots. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a traveler versus a tourist.
Yeah, as somebody who does not accept stereotypes but questions everything and finds his own answers. These are who is finds his limits by facing his worst fears and then redefines those limits. Grows as a person, evolves. So
And we need more. We need more roadies in this country. We need more roadies in the world. And where are you gonna travel next?
I mean,
You love traveling, don't you?
I just came back from Kenya, Mombasa.
Yeah.
And now I will travel for the political party. I've traveled to a lot of places. I'll be going to Amethi now. Amethi is the first time. Recently, about 4 5 days off when we went to the abroad, and I'd never been there. So India is so full of interesting places, and I don't like repeating any place. Not because it's not worth it, but because if you have the opportunity to travel, I think you should discover new places in the world. I see so many people in Mumbai. They keep going to Goa, to the same beach, to the same shack, to the same hotel. It is ridiculous. I think that wasting your days. Where did you travel last?
I'm sorry. I didn't get the last.
Can you hear me?
Last. Okay. There's a little bit of a problem here with the connection.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Raghu?
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay. Yeah, one thing which I have mentioned in the book, we have like 5 minutes, but I really wanted to find about this. Insepticons.
Insepticons.
Yes, Decepticons plus Inception.
It has happened with you as well.
Yes, it has. Like that black box. I have bruises to prove that. Alright, so you Incepticon me. It should actually be Incepticon, with a capital C over it.
It's not a con, man.
It is such a con, man.
See, here's the deal. When people ask you, is roadie scripted? What they mean to say is, what they mean to ask is it manipulated? Are you, the contestant, told by the makers of the show what to say, what to do, or that, okay, this person is plotting against you, and then hence influencing the flow of events? We don't do that, right? Insepticons is dangerous.
Yeah.
Insepticons, where we don't tell people what's happening, but we frame our some questions to some people in such a way where we have not said anything, yet we have planted the seed of an idea in your head. It's up to you whether you think about it or not. Think about it. It's your choice whether to act on it or not. We don't tell you to think about it. We don't tell you to act about it. But the seed of that idea, the inception of that, the seed of that thought happens.
It's already.
And you cannot. It's not wrong. It's not. It's.
Hey, if we know, it's not that you're manipulating anybody. It's like, for example, on my season, there were a lot of girls who were voting boys out, and then I remember you using the words "तुम लोगों ने चूड़ियां पहन रखी." or something like that. So
What?
that made the guys
Did you
okay.
use it?
We have to.
Did you use it?
Sorry.
Or did I use it?
Mm, but it was something to that effect, you know,
I remember,
that
I
guys.
remember, I remember. We had said something that the boys are at the mercy of the girls. They can.
Yes, the girls.
We
Yeah.
haven't told the
And
boys to
saddest
fight back. We haven't
when
told it. We just made fun of them. We made them read
you made fun of me. Yes. Yes. I think that was one the first Insecticon of the game in my season.
Decepticon, yeah.
Or it might not be. Who is to know? I think there are only two kind of people who are not affected by Insecticons. People who are too dumb to understand them, or people who are too smart for them. I don't know.
I can't see what they do with that seed of thought is totally up to them.
Is
Our
there?
job is to just, yeah. Insecticons,
I
did
think
you
this
feel
book.
that good? Did you feel violated when you read it? You said, they played with my mind.
It's like I kind of figured out that things were being done to my head even at that point of time. But to have a word for it, I mean that's super cool. I mean now I can say with pride that that was an Insecticon planted by Raghu sir, so it's okay because that has been
But
done.
you can't
Insecticon
blame me
thought
for the thought that germinates. I've planted the seed. जो उगता है,
you planted this
take responsibility for it. You can't blame me.
full responsibility. And yeah, I don't know. Why do you use the word fight so much for everything? It's like it's a fight, but why not have a little more fun with life?
You'll have to give
There
me.
are a lot of. I'll give you an example. So, yes, it was my fight to fight. It wasn't something that I could back off from. There are a lot of these instances. I see the word fight so many times in this book. And I started thinking of you as, fully geared as a warrior. You go to work every day. You're like
That,
ready to tear apart anybody who
that,
gives.
that was me for a long time, Anamika. I actually didn't think about it. You're pointing it out to me kind of brings focus onto it. I probably use that word a lot because I saw it like that. It was a struggle for me most of my time, all these years, and it has been. I've always cheered for the underdog, and for me, in my head, I guess I make myself the underdog. So it is a fight big odds. There is glory in it, and it brings out the best. It brings out Rodi's Raghu. I guess that's me positioning myself in a way in which I am focused at victory, focused at struggling. Maybe it's Insecticon in my head. Self
Yeah, probably. Self.
yes.
You're Insecticoning yourself.
Yeah. Maybe.
Unless there is a fight, there's no victories, right, to celebrate. So I just want to ask Raghu, what book are you reading these days?
I'm reading a book called Courting Destiny by Shanti Bhushan. He's the father of Prashant Bhushan, who's a very well-known PIL and public interest litigator, political party as well. His father was one of the premier guys, biggies in the law profession, and yeah, it's his autobiography, and I'm reading that. I 90% of the books I read are autobiographies.
And
I don't do.
100% of the books you write are autobiographies. So anyway, Raghu, I think we're kind of out of time. Just want to finish off with what's okay. What next? Now that Toadies is over, what's going on? Is it over? Or can we expect something more?
Can I be honest with you?
Yes. No, please don't. I hate when people are honest with me. What the?
You may not like it, or somebody who watches this may not like it. I'm done with roadies. It's over. In my head, it's over. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want it to continue, or at least continue without me if need be. I was trying to get out of it. The reason I wrote this book is because I thought after season 10, my journey was over.
Your secrets are out in this book. A lot of secrets which had
Yeah,
Toadies.
yeah. For some various reasons, I've had to come back this season. I do not want to come back again. Um, because it doesn't excite me anymore. I mean, it's great to watch even now, but the prospect of making it doesn't excite me that much anymore. And now I'm looking for inspiration. I'm looking for the next high that I get.
Next hire.
Yeah, creative high. As of now, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. A lot of young people say I'm a role model. I hate the thing that I'm a role model who has no clue, who is clueless about what to do with his own life. But I think that's a nice adventure as well. Like I'm saying, it's not about destinations. I am right now uh, enjoying the journey, and that's called walking the talk.
Okay. Yeah. Where did I hear about that? You want to talk about it?
Walk the talk is what has replaced vote outs in this season of roadies. And it is another concept of mine. It is another belief of mine,
Yeah.
philosophy of mine, that you should be able to deliver on what you say or not say.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
anything will say on audition, everybody says, Sir, my politics,
Yeah.
manipulate.
It's
I get
it's
it.
in the book. I read it in the book. Sorry.
I try and walk the talk. I try and do exactly what I say. So my right now my role as an unpaid volunteer in a political party for its campaign is walking the talk of saying change things, do not accept things. Either accept things or accept the responsibility of changing them.
Of changing them.
I have accepted the responsibility of changing them. This is me walking the talk. This is me leading by example and hopefully inspiring.
And we proud. Raghu, thank you for giving us 11 beautiful seasons. 10. Thank you for an amazing book, yeah, it's a must read. I've read it and I'm gonna read it again because there's so much to learn actually, not just about you.
What do you think of the picture?
Yeah, I think somebody like I don't know what's with the picture. I mean, what's this was something troubling you or was it like why?
My wife, who I call Kuhu, she clicked it, and she's the only person who can see me like this. You know, otherwise I'd always be conscious of the camera and all. I think it's interesting.
So whenever I read the book, in the middle of it, I'll like when I have to put it back, and I look at this photo, and it just makes like connects the whole thing. It makes it right.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of struggle in this, and there's a lot of I don't know,
very raw and intimate, and very close and personal, and full of imperfections and vulnerability.
vulnerable is the word. I think you're right. All right. Thank you so much for this awesome. This was amazing talking to you.
Pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, and I'm being very, very honest. I'm not being polite or anything. It's awesome talking to you. Kick-ass interview. Thank you so much. I don't care about your kick-ass and voice or anything. I will say what I want to say. All right, thank you. And hope we'll keep in touch. Don't be a stranger. And awesome book. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope to see you
And
soon.
keep try Flipkart. It works.
I will today.
Bye. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.